Hi there, and welcome to the SubFinder tutorial for employees. My name is Max, and in this tutorial, I will briefly take you through the basics of SubFinder. We'll start with an overview of what SubFinder is and how it works. Then we'll take a look at how to report and review absences, as well as how to review your personal information. So what is SubFinder? It's an employee absence management and substitute placement system used by organizations throughout North America. Employees like you can report an absence, and if a substitute is required, qualified candidates will be able to see your job based on the criteria defined by your Human Resources Department. SubFinder is available 24/7 via the telephone and internet, so you can access the system at any time. To access SubFinder via the telephone, call your organization's dedicated SubFinder phone number and follow the system prompts. Your telephone options are outlined in the SubFinder user guide, which your central office may have provided to you. To access SubFinder via the internet, simply enter your organization's SubFinder web address in your internet browser. Click the Go button or click Enter on the keyboard and the login screen will appear. Enter your last name in the username field and your PIN in the password field, then click the Submit button. Your password is the same PIN you use to access SubFinder via the phone. If you have any problems, you should contact your central SubFinder operator and they will be able to assist you. This is your SubFinder welcome screen. You may see messages from your site administrator or your central office posted in this area. On the left side of the screen are your menu options for navigating through SubFinder. These include Report Absence, Review Absence, Personal Information, Tutorial, and Logout. Let's start at the top with reporting an absence. The Report Absence screen will appear with your name, your site, and your primary job position at the top of the page. You will see the date and time entry fields for the absence and the job. The absence fields need to reflect the date and times of your absence, while the job fields will be used for finding a substitute if one is required. These are the dates and times that the sub will be required to work. Enter the desired start and end dates for the absence using the Date Selection tool or by entering the dates in the text fields. The start and end times should already be set to your normal workday. As you enter the absence dates and times, the job dates and times will update accordingly. If your organization allows absence and job times to differ, you can change the information accordingly to your needs. If you need to enter specific times, it's important to note that proper AM and PM designation has been assigned to each time. You wouldn't want your substitute to show up at 7:30 in the evening instead of 7:30 in the morning. Next, select the absence reason from the drop-down menu by clicking on the drop-down arrow and then clicking on the appropriate reason. You may be asked to enter a miscellaneous code or activity ID after selecting the reason. Be sure to make the appropriate selection or enter the proper ID before proceeding. Now, select the job type. Your options may include No Sub Required, Prearranged or Requested Substitute, or Substitute Required. If you prearrange a substitute, SubFinder will automatically place that person in your assignment. Prearranging a substitute assumes that you made personal contact with the individual and they verbally committed to working for you. SubFinder will not call a prearranged substitute. SubFinder will contact requested substitutes exclusively for a period of time defined by your HR department. If someone does not express their interest in the assignment within the defined time requirement, SubFinder will automatically release the job to another qualified substitute. By selecting Substitute Required, SubFinder will display your job to substitutes qualified to work your job position based on the preference and skills list assigned to you. Let's request a substitute for this absence. Depending on your organization's settings, you may have two options for handling a request. You can request an individual substitute by selecting their name from the list below, or you can choose to use your request list. Some organizations allow employees to create request lists of their favorite substitutes. Think of this as your own personal preference list. All request list substitutes will be notified of and able to see your job at the same time. You will be notified once the job has been filled and able to see who was accepted for the assignment. You may attach a file such as a lesson plan to your absence. This file is made available to substitutes reviewing or once they've been placed into your assignment. To upload a file, simply click the Browse button and search for the appropriate file on your local computer. Once you've located the file, click Open. The selected file will be saved when you click the Save Job button below. You may also leave text-based special instructions for the individual substitute by typing the message in the text box provided. Once you're satisfied with the data entered, click the Save Job button. If the absence requires administrative approval, you will also receive a message that your absence request has been submitted along with the job number. It's important to note that if you've requested or prearranged a substitute, they will not be confirmed for the assignment or contacted until your absence request is fully approved. This number will also be provided as confirmation to the substitute once they've been accepted for your assignment. Now let's say you want to review an absence you previously entered. Click on the Review Absence button. Here you have some options on how you wish to review your absences. For example, you can review them by date or date range, type of absence, job status, or by substitute. If you do not want to filter the information, you can simply leave the boxes unchecked and then click Run Request. This will bring all of your absences for the current year, past, present, and future into the display area below. The display grid includes the dates and times of your absence, the job status, the approval status, the name of the substitute assigned to the job, and if special instructions and substitute notes exist. To review the details of the absence, click the corresponding Job ID button. This absence requires administrative approval. Absences requiring approval will display the number of administrators who have taken action on the request and the total number of approvals required. Based on your organization's settings, you may receive an email notification once your request has been fully approved or disapproved. If you wanted to cancel a future absence, simply click the Cancel button and the pop-up screen will appear asking you to confirm the cancellation. To proceed with the cancellation, click OK. If you do not wish to cancel the absence, you can simply click Cancel. When reviewing a past absence, you may notice that the substitute left a message regarding their time spent working for you. Substitute notes can be entered by the substitute once their job starts and edited at any time. Based on your organization's settings, you may receive an email notification anytime a substitute adds or edits a note related to your absence. Now let's check out some of your personal information stored in SubFinder. Be aware that most of this information is view only. I'll be sure to note any fields that your organization may allow you to modify. Changes to non-editable fields will have to be made through the SubFinder operator at your central office. If you are permitted to make changes to any of the following information, please be sure to click the Save button before you leave the tab. Across the top of the personal information screen, you will see your name, SubFinder employee ID, PIN, and employee number. You may have the ability to change your PIN. Please keep in mind, your PIN must be numeric as it is also used to access SubFinder via the telephone. Below you will see several tabs which include General Information, Address, Certification, Leave Control, Itinerant Schedule, Schedule, and Request List. Starting with the General Information tab, you will see your home site, the calendar track, your work under, your specific work times, job positions, date of hire, the date you were added into the SubFinder system, and whether or not you are a certified or classified employee. The Address tab simply displays your address and your telephone number. Depending upon the permissions granted by your organization, you may be able to edit the address and telephone number fields. This tab also contains a field for your email address. Your organization may choose to send you certain email notifications regarding the status of your absence or absence requests. The notifications may be sent anytime a substitute is accepted for or canceled out of one of your jobs. An absence request is approved or disapproved, or when someone makes changes to your absence record. Your central SubFinder operator will be able to tell you if they are using the email notification feature. Depending upon the permissions granted by your organization, you may be able to enter and/or edit your email address. The Certification tab displays any certifications you have along with their expiration dates. Depending upon your organization's settings, you may receive an email notification prior to a certificate expiring as a reminder to renew. Please be sure to contact your SubFinder operator to update any expired certifications. Leave Control is an optional feature that your organization may choose to implement. This feature tracks your time used and time available for certain absence reasons. Your balances for each controlled reason will be shown here. If you are an employee who travels to multiple locations and your central office has entered your schedule into SubFinder, you will be able to see it here. Your itinerant schedule will be provided to any substitute reviewing your jobs online. Please be sure to call into SubFinder to revoice your itinerant schedule so substitutes reviewing your jobs via the phone can hear it as well. The Schedule tab displays a 2-month color-coded scrolling calendar which will display days on which you reported an absence in yellow and any days scheduled as a non-work day in red. You can use the left and right arrows to advance through the calendar 1 month at a time. The Request List tab is where you can manage a list of your favorite substitutes. Your request list can be used when creating an absence and will make your job available to all of the substitutes assigned at the same time. Similar to requesting a single substitute, request list substitutes will have exclusive access to your jobs for a predefined period of time. Once the deadline is met, your job will be available to other qualified candidates. Only those substitutes who are qualified to work for you will display in the available substitute grid. To add substitutes to your list, click the checkbox next to their name, then use the right arrow to add them to the requested grid. Be sure to save before navigating away from this tab, otherwise your changes will be lost. Use of this feature and the maximum number of subs that can be assigned to your list are settings controlled by your organization. For additional information related to the use of request list, please contact your SubFinder operator. The tutorial, which you are currently viewing, provides step-by-step instructions on using SubFinder. You may navigate through the tutorial at any time and watch it as many times as you like. Our final step is to log out of SubFinder. To do this, click on the Logout button. If you would like to log back in again, simply type your username and password and then click the Submit button. On behalf of CRS Advanced Technology, I want to thank you for allowing me to take you through this brief tutorial of SubFinder. It's been my pleasure to speak with you, and I look forward to talking with you in the near future. We encourage you to contact your central SubFinder office if you have any additional questions or are in need of assistance.